A warm welcome to all of you, and I thank you for taking the time to attend today's workshop. My name is Tom Jose, and I work in the marketing section of Manage Engine team. And today's workshop will be taken by me. I hope my voice is audible and the display is well and clear. If not, please let us know in the chat provided. This is the second workshop that is being conducted in the AD Self-Service Plus workshop series. The first workshop conducted last week was on password reset. So today's agenda, as put up in the slide, is mainly going to cover the password sync feature and how to synchronize the password changes from Active Directory to Office 365 in real time. Let's get started. But before which, let's focus on what exactly is AD Self-Service Plus and what does it do. AD Self-Service Plus is a secure web-based end-user password reset management program. This software helps domain users to perform the self-service password reset, self-service account unlock, and employee self-update of personal details like telephone numbers, etc. in the Windows Active Directory. Now imagine in a large IT environment where users may have accounts on different platforms other than the Microsoft Windows. Thus, to keep the login process simple, they may all have the same usernames and passwords. This makes it easier for them to gain access to all the system as they only have to remember one password. But this makes it difficult for the administrators because when the password is changed in one system, it has to be replicated across all the other systems. That is where AD Self-Service Plus comes to the rescue. The real-time password synchronizer feature synchronizes password or account changes across a range of cloud-based and on-premise applications in real time and provides a unified self-service identity management solution for your business. When the user makes changes to the Windows Active Directory password or account using AD Self-Service Plus, or if they use any other native methods in Windows, the changes are automatically reflected in other systems too. So as you can see, this workshop will show you the following. Automatically change Office 365 password when end users reset the Active Directory password. Automatically link the AD and Office 365 accounts for password synchronization. Reset Office 365 password without changing the password in Active Directory. Synchronize password changes in real time between AD and Office 365 using the password sync agent. And lastly, using built-in reports, we track the results of the password reset operations in AD and Office 365. So let's start by logging into the AD Self-Service Plus as the admin. So once I log in, I need to give in the domain credentials. So my test domain is AD360 and I have to add a domain controller. So I'll just discover one. I choose AD360 DC2. Then I type in my authentication, that is administrator, type in the password and add. One second, I'm sorry. Once that is done, now we shall configure the Office 365 for password synchronization. I go to the configuration tab and in the left side we have the password sync. Now as you can see, the password sync supports a lot of apps as shown in front of you, from which we will choose the Office 365 here. And in this page, we are shown all the required information about the Office 365 we have to fill in before saving the details. So before which we need to note down one important point, that is we have to download and install the Windows Azure AD module for Windows PowerShell before we proceed with the configuration. Let me just click on this link to show you more. So for 32-bit systems, we need to install Microsoft Online Services Sign-in Assistant and also Windows Azure AD module for Windows PowerShell from here. And for 64-bit systems, we need to download the same from this link given here. And also, if you download our AD self-service product of 32-bit in your 64-bit system, then we need to copy the MS Online and the MS Online extended folders from this path as shown here to this path. Once that is done, we can go ahead and configure the Office 365. So let me just close this and type in the domain name, and that is ramchand.info. The username is roland@rolandnet.onmicrosoft.com, and the password, let me just type that. And description, let me just give something for test purpose. And the available policies, we choose the default one, which is for us, and that is 8360, and I click Save. So as you can see, we have successfully added the system configuration. Now I shall show you how to change the password of Office 365 whilst changing our AD account password. For that, first I have to sign out and log in as a domain user. So I choose the account Harris and type in his password AD360 at 123 and log in. Now once you log in, we will be asked to enroll, without which we can't proceed. So I just click here and we'll be redirected to the security question answers page. I choose two questions. So the first question I'm going to choose is mother. What is your mother's name? And the answer is mother. And the second one will be the country you always dreamt of vacationing in, and that is Spain. And I click enroll, and that's successfully done. Now let's explore the domain user page, and that is first tab we have is the My Info. Here we can choose a profile picture and edit our general information, our contact information, and our address, and these changes will be reflected into the AD Active Directory. Then we have the change password page where we can change the password using our old password and typing in a new password, but we need to keep in heed the domain password policy requirements. Then we have the enrollment page, which we just enrolled for security question and answers, and then the application page. This is where we are going to manually link my user in the Office 365 account to my AD account. So I just click on this link account, I type in my username, and that is Harry, and the password is AD360 at 123 and link. So once I've linked it, it shows here that I've successfully linked the user Harry to my Harris AD account. So now I can go ahead and change the password. So once I click the change password, and under select accounts, I have two options. One is the Harris, the Active Directory account itself, and then the Office 365 account, that is Harry. And then I type the old password, that is 8360.123, and the new password, that will be password at 123, again password at 123, and I click change password. So as you can see, the password in our AD account and in our Office 365 account has been successfully changed. Let me show you actually whether the password has been changed or not. So I just go to the Microsoft Office 365 page, that is login, and log in as Harris. So let me type Harry at ramchand.info, and the new password, that is password at 123. Sign in, and we can see that we have successfully logged in as Harris. So I just sign out, and this shows that we have successfully reset our password earlier. Now this is the case when a user in the AD account has a user in the Office 365 account with different names. What if I have a user named Tom Joes in my AD account and a user named Tom Joes in the Office 365 account as well? In this case, we don't need to do or it will be inconvenient if you have to keep manually linking it. So AD Self-Service Plus offers the auto account linking feature. So we go to the admin side, configuration, and in password sync, right hand side we have the account linking. On clicking this, we'll get a pop-up which shows all the providers. Please note that if you click any provider which hasn't been configured, we will face this error message saying no system has been configured. So since I had already configured the Office 365, let me click that. And once you click that, all the configuration details will be shown. And by default, the auto account linking is always enabled. Now with which attribute you want to link it is your choice. By default, it's always SAM account name. So right now, the SAM account name, that is Tom Joes of my AD account, will be searched for in the Office 365, and if it exists, it will be automatically linked with it. You can also choose other attributes such as CN, employee ID, company, mobile number, display name, and much more. So for this test purpose, I will just be choosing SAM account name. On clicking save, I just close it, sign out, and log in as Tom Joes, the user I was talking about. So Once I log, let me type in the details, Tom Jones and 8368 is the password. And again, I have to enroll. So I just click here, type in the same questions I had done earlier. So the first one, the answer will be mother. Second one is the country you always dreamt of vacationing in. As again, put Spain, and I click enroll. Now we have successfully enrolled. Now we can go ahead and change the password. And remember, last time I had gone to applications and manually linked the user. This time I'm not going to do so. I'm just directly proceeding with the change password. So when I click on the all accounts are selected, I see both my AD account and the Office 365 account as well. So I just type in the old password, that is 8360 at 123, and the new password I'll choose it to be hello at 123, hello at 123, and go ahead with changing the password. So yeah, once the password is changed, yes, we'll get the success notification, and as you can see, both has been successfully changed. And let me just log in and check if all is well. So I just type in the username, type in the new password, that is hello at 123, and sign in. And as you can see, I've been successfully signed in, so that means the password was reset. Let me just sign out. So right now we have just seen two exercises, that is manually linking the user to his AD account and hence changing the password. And also if the user in the AD and the Office 365 are the same, then we can just use auto linking and change the password. Now the next one, what I'm going to show is how to allow the users to deselect the Active Directory account while changing or resetting the password. As you remember, when I tried changing the password, the AD account was automatically dis disabled for deselecting. This time I want to deselect it manually, so I go to the admin side, go to the configuration page. Under policy configuration, we have the advanced settings. In the password sync page, I will choose this option that allows the users to deselect the Active Directory during reset or unlock operations. So on selecting that, let's see how that works. So I'll just sign out. This time I'll go for reset password. Type in the username, that is Tom Joes. Continue. And type in the security question answers, that is Spain for the first one, mother for the second. Captcha is FNSBMJ, and continue. And yes, now you can see I have been given both my AD account and Office 365, and this time, unlike last time, I will be able to deselect the AD account and change my Office 365 account only. So I type in a new password, that will be pass at 1234, pass at 1234. Now before proceeding with resetting the password, as you can see on the top right corner, we have the time left for this operation. By default, it's 5 minutes, and if we exceed it, the session will be reset and no changes will be recorded. Also, we are given the option to reduce the time or extend the time for the convenience. So I just type in the captcha right now, N7JE5M, and reset it. So now we are changing only our Office 365 password, and yes, that has been successfully changed. Please note that the AD account has not been changed, password has not been changed at all. So to show that, let me just log in as the user again in the Office 365, type in the password, that is pass at 1234, sign in, and let me see, and yes, I've been successfully logged in. Now we shall see how the administrator will force all the users to change the passwords of all their accounts, including AD, without giving them an option. For that, we need to log in as the admin, go to the configuration page. Under policy configuration, we have the advanced settings, and under password sync, we have the forced synchronization of password across all linked accounts. When you click that, the other one will automatically be disabled because they contradict each other. So I just click OK, sign out, and try resetting the password a second time. This time I'm going to type the same user, Tom Joes, type in the security question answers, so Spain for the first, mother for the second, the captcha again, 2Q G4F7 and continue. Now you can see something different compared to last time. This time we are not given an option to choose which account you want to reset for, because as the administrator has configured, the user must change or reset the password for all the accounts. So I'll just type in a new password that will be in this case ADSSP at 123, ADSSP at 123, and type in the captcha 25M2PT and reset. So now when it resets the password, you will see that both our AD account and Office 365 without our choice has been reset. This is basically because of the configuration set by the admin. So right now we have seen the 4 exercises. That is the first one, manually linking and changing the password of both AD and Office 365, auto-linking both the accounts and then changing the password, and the third, allowing the end user to deselect the AD and change the password of Office 365 alone, and forcing the users to change the password of all their accounts including the AD account. So once that's done, let me go to the next exercise, that is the password sync agent. Now for the password sync agent is basically an agent installed by going to the bin location of your product location, that is AD Self-Service Plus, and here we have the manage engine password sync agent.msi. Once you install that, we have the tray icon which appears here, and we have the edit settings, start service, stop service, and server status. So when clicking this, you'll see the server status as, so it's the server status is running, it's live, and the service status is running. Now we also have the edit settings. So in case if the product is moved elsewhere and the product is hosted from another server, but the password agent is still there in the same machine, then we can type the new server's details and the port number and save it. And we might lose the details, the saved changes, but it will be configured for that machine as well. Now, password sync agent is basically an agent which has to be installed on the primary domain controller of the domain, and it is also advisable to be installed on the writable domain controllers of the domain. This basically does two things. One is records all the changes done by the user, whether it is through the control or delete option, or when the administrator resets the user through the Active Directory UAC, and this changes will be reflected to the synced accounts of the user. Let me show you how. So I just right click on Tom Joes, reset the password, type in a new password that will be manage engine at 123, manage engine at 123, one second, manage engine at 123, and okay, I'm sorry, let me choose a shorter password, manage at 123, manage at 123, and okay, and that's been done. So let's check if the password has been reflected for our Office 365 account as well. So I'll just click in this, type in the new password as manage at 123, sign in, and as you can see, it's successfully been changed. So the second part where it's helpful is, what if the user was offline? He is gone away from the internet and he changed the password then. Then because of the agent, these passwords will be recorded, and once again when the machine is connected online, this password will be reflected across all the user's synced apps. Now that has been done. This also can be availed. This option can also be done using when the user himself uses Control or Delete option to change his password. This password changes will be reflected. So right now we have checked how you can use a password sync agent and change the password of synced apps as well as the AD account without using the AD Self-Service Plus to change. Now let's focus on the last exercise, and that is using built-in reports for the administrators to see what all changes the end users have done. For that, we need to go to the admin side, log in as the admin. Here we have this option called reports. On clicking the reports, we have a wide list of what all reports you can see. We have the locked out users report, soon to expire password users report, password expired users report, and these are all under user reports. But let's focus on the audit reports. Within the audit reports, first thing we have is a reset password audit report. Here we are shown all the resets that has taken place today. Now the first one is the reset I just did some time back, and that is from my primary domain controller, that is 83cdc2, and it shows that when I reset the password of Tom Jones, my Office 365 account was reset as well, and both were a success. And the second one is when I reset it from the AD self-service page. I have done 3 times. The first two was both of them together, and the third one was only Office 365 alone. Then we have the change password audit report. Here, as you can see, we can see all the change password. Remember the first one I changed, that is Harris. His password changes are recorded here along with his Office 365, and the one regarding Tom Jones, that is also shown as success. And we have a lot of options within the reports. We can choose a custom period, we can choose OUs, and we can also export the report as a CSV or a PDF file for future reference. And in more, we have the printable view to see how when we printed the view is, and we can also send a mail. Then we have the enrollment reports, where we can choose the enrolled users report, under which my two users, that is Harris and Tom Jones, is listed, and within which we can also click the security questions report, which will show the security questions my two users, that is Harris and Tom Jones, have opted for. So we have come to the end of today's workshop, as I have covered all the said exercises in the agenda. Next session, I will be covering the enrollment feature. This feature basically enables the end user or admin to quickly enroll the users with AD Self-Service Plus. Let me give you a quick demo of that. So we go to Configuration. Under Administrative Tools, we have the Quick Enrollment. And using these features allowed here, the user or the administrator can quickly enroll the users into the AD Self-Service Plus. So I thank each and everyone for being such a wonderful audience and being patient with us. Any questions regarding the session can be put in the chat box, to which we will reply immediately, or else if there isn't enough time, we will take it personally offline with you. Also, please take a minute or two to fill up the feedback form after the session to let us know your thoughts on today's workshop and if there's any room for improvement. The video of this workshop will be available online and also shared with you personally for your future reference. Please remember, the registration for this AD Self-Service workshop is for the entire series, and a reminder will be sent to you a day before the workshop every week. So I am looking forward to meeting you all next week. Thank you once again, and a good day to all.